Welcome back to TNA Wrestling 1987, Episode 2. I do believe in a decent pre-show match, Ricky Knight defeats Chris Benoit in 7:52 by pinfall the pile driver. At 53C minus, Ricky Knight was way off his game, and that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Benoit 61, Ricky Knight 27. Benoit improving for us. Good boy. Ricky Knight, of course, not improving. I mean, he's off his game because he's having to travel to these shows. In a decent pre-show match, Steven Regal defeated Owen Hart in 8:26 by pinfall, 52D plus, and that's quality and the colour conjugate match and boost. Steven Regal 40, Owen Hart 52, no weapons. I'm sorry if you can hear the hamster in the background, but I'm Dad, and she's in the same room. Poppy, shut up! Thank you. Okay, she's not listening. In a decent pre-show match, Sid Vicious defeats Sabu in 7:31 by pinfall the powerbomb. In house quality and the colour commentary match boost. Sid Vicious 34, Sabu 48. No work on finish. Nice little match though. So this is the debut. He's here on a one-night deal, Steve Armstrong. But this is kind of what these are the people who have signed so far. So Bob Holly's there, Blue Demon Jr., Danny Collins, Masquerade, Magada, and of course Atlantis are all part of the X Division. But you'll get to see a full flow of the X Division next week when the tournament begins to crown the first X Division champion. But above that, decent match from below heat, Atlantis, Blue Demon Jr., Danny Collins and Masquerade, Sagada defeat Steve Armstrong and Bob Holly 6 and 9, when Atlantis defeat Bob Holly by pinfall with the Alantred. 43G. Bob Holly old school heel, initial reign great. Atlantis Mysterious got initial reign very good. Blue Demon Jr. second generation star gimmick. Got initial rating legendary. Danny Collins old school face got initial rating very good. Mascara Sagrada old school face above average, and that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Bob Holly 28, Steve Armstrong 42, Masquerade Sagrada. Steve Armstrong's good 35, Danny Collins 39, Blue Demon Jr. 37, Atlantis 44. Masquerade Sagrada in Rumble and Flying, and Danny Collins in Flying a 43D. Then we see Sting in the back, and he goes, "You see Vader?" So that was our first match of the night. We open up into debuting the X Division, the champion X Division, and showing people what the X Division is about. Then we jump to a backstage interview with Sting, and he goes, "You see, Vader is the big scary monster, and it is me, the Stinger, that's going to save all the little children from the big scary Vader. You see, Vader, your TNA global reign is coming to an end when the Stinger comes for you." Woo! Because Stinger used to do that really weird woo. And no surrender. In July of this year, the Stinger will be going up against Vader. I've put him in the wrong spot, as I normally do. So Sting will be taking on Vader for that championship. That is coming to you live on pay-per-view. Your first match confirmed. There's 4 storylines leading into the show. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Shane Douglas defeated The Undertaker in 7:51 by pinfall the pile driver. 57C minus, Paul Bear did good work at ringside. Undertaker 47, Shane Douglas 56, in that's quality and the colour commentary match boost. The Undertaker improving in technical, not bad at all. Yeah, these match, Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley defeated Vader and Yokozuna in 6:09, when Mick Foley defeated Yokozuna by pinfall the pile driver. In terms of ring work, Vader was head and shoulders above nuts. Of course, Shawn Michaels helped him with that. Shawn Michaels and Mick Foley don't work as a team. Mick Foley 34, Shawn Michaels 45, Yokozuna 32, Vader out there with 56. Mick Foley in technical, Shawn Michaels and Rumble, not bad at all. And Jeff comes on, is backstage on the screen. He goes, "Warrior, you think you're the hero? There's no how. You're the hero to these people. No, hell no. You see, these fans love Jeff, and tonight we are live and there's no pre-taped rubbish. We are live, and now I'm going to join the guys at ringside and watch you fight. Be ready, boy." So yeah, Jeff Jarrett and Ultimate Warrior, an interesting development nonetheless, but why not? They're good wrestlers. Why not put them in the match against each other? Be quite interesting. A 60C from Jeff, which is not bad really. He's one of our most popular guys over in here. But in above had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Scott Hall defeated the Ultimate Warrior in 5 minutes 44 by pinfall the Razor's Edge after a distraction with Jeff Jarrett. And that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Scott Hall 64, Ultimate Warrior 54. I can beat you, Storm advanced segment. No worker improvements, but 63C, not bad from those guys. In above, had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Jeff Jarrett defeated Sting in 8:05 by pinfall. Why isn't Vader on the screen? Sting 59, Jeff Jarrett 55, and Jeff Jarrett improving performance. Sting was meant to come out and attack him. Yeah, Vader was meant to come out and attack Sting to help him get Jeff Jarrett to get the win, to advance their storyline. And then in an exceptional match, I forgot to do the hype video. In an exceptional match, Julie Blanchard and Arn Anderson defeated Larry Zbyszko and Ted DiBiase in 14:48 when Julie Blanchard defeated Larry Zbyszko by pinfall to slingshot suplex. Arn Anderson 73, Julie Blanchard 73, Ted DiBiase 73 and Larry Zbyszko 70. And at No Surrender, Ted DiBiase will be taking on Julie Blanchard with the TNA Championship on the line. So yes, it's 1987, we got a great roster, and Ted DiBiase and Julie Blanchard will be locking horns for that championship as it goes on the line. You'll see how these storylines work out in a minute when I've booked the entire show up, and then Larry Zbyszko will be taking on Arn Anderson. Now, if you look at how I've booked this, if we just go to the booking screen, all of the main eventers are now booked, and Sting, the Ultimate Warrior, Vader are all booked. So that just leaves Shane Douglas and Scott Hall, and then I've got the entire upper card of that pay-per-view event, No Surrender, the upper mid-card is all set up. I'm just waiting for the X Division guys to come in and it's all done. So we end our first ever edition of TNA Impact with a 71C+, increased our popularity in 45 regions. We'll see you again next week live for another edition of TNA Impact. Hello and welcome back. Tonight we crown our first ever TNA X Division champion in a battle royal to open up the show. But in our first match of the night, from the 300 people at the Fort Benning Civic Hall, TNA Impact Wrestling Impact is being held, and it will be it is a decent pre-show match. Sabu defeat Ricky Knight by pinfall with triple jump moonsault. Ricky Knight 28, Sabu 44. Ricky Knight seen off his game. No work appears 42D. We'll have to work out what's up with Ricky. He seems to be off his game every single week. In the pre-show battle, I've had good wrestling and decent match of the crowd. Chris Benoit defeated The Undertaker in 14:58 by pinfall with the Dragon Suplex. The 61C, Undertaker 48, Chris Benoit 61. No work in prayers, a 61C. Not a bad match. This is where the game will freeze for a minute because this is the big match we're opening up with. And in about that, decent wrestling with how much heat. Brian Pillman won a Battle Royal in 12:16. The other members of the Final Four were Scott Armstrong, Danny Collins, and Atlantis. I didn't miss Atlantis. With Scott Armstrong being the final elimination, Atlantis got the most eliminations course match, and Brian Pillman is your TNA X Division champion. So Black Warrior, old school heel, initial rating of great. Pillman, David is old school heel, gimmick initial rating of average. Damien 666, old school heel, average. LA Park, old school, very good. Scott Armstrong, old school face, he's got initial rating of above average, and that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. After last week's performance, I gave him another opportunity. So Masquerade Sagrada is improving in Rumble, Atlantis in performance, Black Warrior in performance, and Danny Collins in performance, which is good. And I thought this gives all 10 of our X Division stars a chance to appear. And is that all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's your 10 X Division stars. You've got Atlantis, Black Warrior, Blue Demon Jr., Bob Holly, Brian Pillman, Damien 666, Danny Collins, LA Park, Masquerada Sagrada, and Scott Armstrong. A 46D, a beautiful X Division match to open up the night. And then we go to Ted DiBiase in the back, and he goes, "Everyone's got their price, but truly, you have refused to sell me that TNA Championship. Now, sir, you've pissed me off, and I'm coming for you at No Surrender. I'm getting my shot for your championship, and on that night, I'm going to walk away TNA Champion." And then he does his evil laugh, which I cannot do, so I'll just put evil laugh. 61C, not a bad promo from Ted there. You know, we're live. Anything can happen on live television. In a decent match, Scott Hall and Sid Vicious and Yokozuna defeated Shawn Michaels, Shane Douglas, and Mick Foley in 6:33 when Scott Hall defeated Mick Foley by pinfall to Razor's Edge. Scott Hall was a shed and shoulders above everyone else. And that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Mick Foley 41, Shane Douglas 57, Michaels 54, Yokozuna 34, Sid Vicious 37, Scott Hall 67, Mick Foley in flying, Douglas in performance, and Yokozuna in Rumble. Another beautiful match. So Sting and Vader have a massive argument backstage, and they basically in brawl starts out with each other. A road agents help each other and pull them apart. But then they're in a tag match after that. Oh no, not after that. But in a decent match, Owen Hart defeats Steven Regal in 7:45 by submission of the sharpshooter. Owen Hart 49, Steven Regal 40. No working periods of 49D plus. Not bad at all. But in a decent match and above had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior defeated Vader and Jeff Jarrett in 8:05 when Sting defeated Vader by pinfall. Sting and the Ultimate Warrior showed extra chemistry teaming together, and that's quality lifted the match. Jeff Jarrett 58, Vader 60, Ultimate Warrior 62, Sting 68. I can beat your storylines advance segment, and so is the TNA Global Championship. Vader improving a performance of 65C. A video plays hyping up Blanchard and Double A versus DiBiase and Larry Zbyszko, the TNA Championship Storylines Advance segment, and the You're Not As Good As You Say You Are Storylines Advance segment, the 64C. What's the rating going to get? A 73B minus. In an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase and Larry Zbyszko defeated Truly Blanchard and Arn Anderson in 14:04, and Larry Zbyszko defeated Arn Anderson by pinfall. Arn Anderson 73, Truly Blanchard 74, Larry Zbyszko 66, Ted DiBiase 76. TNA Championship Storylines Advance as a segment and gained heat. You're Not So Good Storylines Advance segment and gained heat. No work comments. So Ted DiBiase's feuding with Truly Blanchard because he's our most popular wrestler. He's our second most popular. He's our third. He's our fourth. And then Jeff Jarrett's at the end. That is hence why the feuds have worked out as they have. Okay, I'm just going to explain that to you. And we end tonight's show with a 69C+. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll hear more from the X Division next week, as we'll probably have some more pre-show matches because they won't all be thrown into a massive battle royal. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this. And we'll see you again next week, 2 weeks away from No Surrender. Hello and welcome back. So tonight, 450 people have come out to see TNA Impact from the Edge Concert Hall. In a decent pre-show match, Yokozuna defeats Chris Benoit in 8:03 by pinfall the Bonsai drop. Chris Benoit 52, Yokozuna 30. These two don't click and it made for an awkward bout. Yokozuna improving and flying, which is interesting. That was in 8 minutes and 3 seconds of 48D. Nice way to kick off. We have X Division match next. In a pre-show bout at decent wrestling little heat, Bob Holly and Damien 666 defeated Danny Collins and Scared Mask in 7:38 when Bob Holly defeated Danny Collins by pinfall with a flying leg drop. So that is his name, what I couldn't pronounce. That is it translated to English. It basically means Scared Mask. So that is what he's going to be known as. Bob Holly's getting better as gimmick, and that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Scared Mask 35, Danny Collins 40, Damien 666 33, Bob Holly 32, Bob Holly improved flying. He's been recognised as someone who could be a standout wrestler in the business, so it's a good thing. In a decent pre-show match, The Undertaker defeated Owen Hart in 8:04 by pin for the Tombstone. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. Owen Hart and The Undertaker clicking it made for an awkward bout. Announced quality in the colour commentary match and boost. Owen Hart 48, Undertaker 42. No work improvements of 50D+. In a decent pre-show match, Ricky Knight and Steven Regal defeated Mick Foley and Shane Douglas in 10:41 when Ricky Knight defeated Mick Foley by pinfall the power driver. In terms of ring work, Shane Douglas head and shoulders above, and that's Ricky Knight was the weak link. Steven Regal's really off his game, and that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Shane Douglas 56, Mick Foley 44, Steven Regal 42, Ricky Knight 32, Shane Douglas improving rumble 51D+. And a pre-show bout that had great heat and good wrestling. Vader defeated Shawn Michaels in 14:38 by pinfall the powerbomb. He makes defense number 2 of his TNA Global Championship, a 66C+. The announced quality and the colour commentary match boost. Shawn Michaels 53, Vader 63. No work in progress, but a beautiful little pre-show match. And we open up the main card tonight in an extremely short match. Black Warrior defeated Blue Demon Jr. in 4 minutes 38 by pinfall with a low blow. The announced quality and the colour commentary match boost. Black Warrior 37, Blue Demon 37. 40D, not bad. These, of course, the X Division guys are not very popular. 69C+ for this angle. Bless me. So, Ted, yes, you tried to buy the TNA Championship. You see, Ted, unlike some people, I come out here and stand in the middle of the ring and talk to these fans. You see, Ted, you're a loser and nobody wants you here in TNA. TNA is in my control. I am the man on top. I am the Hulk Hogan of TNA. You see, I can be here and there defending this belt. You would just walk away with the paychecks and we would never see you again. I'm never letting the fans see that happen. In 2 weeks at No Surrender, I won't give up and keep you away from this championship. And Ted just goes, you really think you're going to beat me? Remember, everyone has a price. You see, truly, you might be good in this ring. Nobody's done this before. But this is live TV and I can't stand you. You see, I'm a man. I am the man who people think of when you say TNA. Nobody thinks you just because you got the championship. It's just a prop. It's there to make you look better than you are. And it's time for you to see wrestling is changing and it's going to end your career. Basically, then Ted hits him. With this, Ted hits him around the face and just leaves the ring laughing. G. Blanchard invented a new catchphrase that lightly boosts his ability on the microphone. The announced quality in the core commentary gave the match a boost. The TNA Champion still advanced the segment. So basically his catchphrase is now, I'm the Hulk Hogan of TNA. Julie Blanchard's catchphrase. I am the Hulk Hogan of TNA. No work improvements for that, but a lovely segment, a 69C+. It was the opening segment, but then came the other moment. In a decent match, Sid Vicious defeated Sabu in 6:29 by pinfall the powerbomb. Sabu's getting better. His gimmick can announce quality in the colour commentary match a boost. Sid Vicious 39, Sabu 43. And there were no work improvements to comment upon, but a nice little match of 45D. In a decent match, Atlantis and Scott Armstrong defeated Brian Pillman and LA Park in 5 minutes 46 when Scott Armstrong defeated LA Park by pinfall the missile dropkick. Scott Armstrong seemed off his game, and that's quality in the colour commentary match boost. Scott Armstrong 47, Atlantis 44, LA Park 36, Brian Pillman 55. And at No Surrender, the X Division Championship will be on the line, as per my rules of TNA Wrestling, and Scott Armstrong, who is an upper mid-carder, will be taking down on the lower mid-carder Brian Pillman. With that championship on the line, the TNX Division Championship will be on the line. There will also be 6-man action. Ooh! 6-man action from the TNA Wrestling's newest division, the Cruiserweight division. As we'll see, Atlantis, Blue Demon Jr. and Scared Mask. Yes, I'm doing this. Taking on Brian Pillman. No, not Brian Pillman. Damien 666. LA Park. And Black Warrior. And then, of course, Bob Holly will be taking on... I'm just now telling you, Bob Holly will be taking on Danny Boy Collins. There you go. That is your X Division matches booked for the up-and-coming and No Surrender Tour. Yes, all the masked people are taking each other on and all the non-masked people are taking each other on. But hey, that's how I want to do it for this show. We then go to the back with 67C+. It's the Ultimate Warrior. Jeff Jarrett. I'm the Warrior. I'm the fighting man. The superhero of TNA. There's two of us fighting for the right of these fans. And Ultimate Warrior is coming for you, Jeff. And No Surrender, I'm going to come for you and take out the first ever champion. Then we cut to Vader and we see, and he doesn't say a lot, and he goes, you see this thing? I am the global champion, and I'm going to walk out No Surrender, global champion. You see, I'm a big man, a monster, and it's Vader, time. We're doing that. That's his catchphrase. I'm a big man. You see, I'm a big man, a monster, and it's time. No, that little bit at the end will be his catchphrase. We'll see it quite a lot. In a extraordinary short match, Arn Anderson defeated Scott Hall in 5:07. Scott Hall 67. Arn Anderson 65. A 70C+. Not bad. Arn Anderson's getting better at his gimmick. In a battle of fantastic and great wrestling, Larry Zbyszko defeated Sting in 7:28 by pinfall, following interference from the Vader. Sting 57. Larry Zbyszko 54. Sting improving in Rumble. A 67C+. Our main event of the evening, Warrior, Blanchard, Jeff Jarrett. In a 69C+ in a battle of fantastic heat and great wrestling, Ted DiBiase and Jeff Jarrett defeated the Ultimate Warrior and Truly Blanchard, and Jeff Jarrett defeated Truly Blanchard by pinfall. Truly Blanchard 72, the Ultimate Warrior 51, Jeff Jarrett 55, Ted DiBiase 72, the TNA Champion Storylines Fantasy segment, and I Can Beat You Storylines Fantasy segment and gained heat. Next week, 1 week. That is how it's personalised on the logo for the show. Jeff Jarrett will be cashing his rematch against Truly Blanchard for the TNA Championship. That's going to be your main event of the night. Because of that, Truly Blanchard is hooked up. Ted DiBiase will be taking on Jeff Jarrett's opponent next week, the Ultimate Warrior. That will be live next week. Not only that, Vader will be on screen again. This time he will be on telly defending the championship. Yeah, all these people part of the X Division. Boop, 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 boop. Against Shane Douglas. Also on next week's television, you will be getting Brian Pillman taking on Atlantis with the TNA X Division Championship on the line. His first title defense just before his match. And we end tonight's show after that beautiful match with 67C+. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you live again next week for the Go Home show. But I will be doing another month after No Surrender because this is going to be quite a short episode and I'm quite enjoying booking this. So there'll be another month after this, after No Surrender. So I don't think the episode went there. So thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you again next week for another edition of TNA Cross the Line. Hey guys, I know that I said I'll see you on the next TNA Impact, but I'm going to do something first. So, WWF are left red-faced after an ambitious, arduous plot to spread a rumour that JCP wrestlers held monthly kit-in drownings as a sadistic bonding exercise backfired when a journalist broke the story of the underhand tactics. A public outcry has started and it appears WWF are now undergoing karmatic retribution. So, WWF tried to do the exactly same thing that JCP tried to do to WWF. So JCP tried to say that they were doing kitten drownings a week ago. So they're trying to do it to each other. So yeah, at the moment, as I'll show you as it stands in the game, Twin Crockett Promotions, which is JCP, have got Nikita Koloff as their United States Heavyweight Champion. United States Tag Team Champions are Barry Windham and Juan Garvin. World Champion is Ric Flair. World Junior Champion, World Junior Heavyweight Champion is Denny Brown. Six-man Tag Team titles are now vacant. World Tag Team Champion is Manny Fernandez and Rick Rude. World Television is Scene Royal. And World Women's is Misty Blue Simmons. World Wrestling Federation, or the WWF. Yeah. Oh no, I just wanted to show you. I'm just going to show you champions. Intercontinental is still Randy Savage. King of the Ring was run by Harley Race in 1986. So we haven't had that yet. That'll be in July. Women's Champion Fabulous Moolah. World Heavyweight Champion is Hulk Hogan, and World Tag Team Champions are the Hart Foundation. So yeah, I just thought I'd just come up here quickly and show you that because they've both tried it and it didn't work on either team. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at TNA Impact. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome back to the Go Home edition of TNA Impact. Live tonight in front of 500 people at the Rogersville National Armory. In a decent pre-show match, these two are combined on a one-night deal. Steve Armstrong defeated Norman Smiley in 8:26 by pinfall with a missile drop click. Steve Armstrong 42, Norman Smiley 32. And 41D, not a bad match. No work improvements. There's a reason why these two are now on the independent circuit. In a decent pre-show match, Shawn Michaels defeated Ricky Knight in 7:54 by pinfall. Sweet Chin Music. Ricky Knight 33, Shawn Michaels 54. A 50D plus, Shawn Michaels and Ricky Knight in performance. Well done, guys. In a pre-show match, I've had decent wrestling with LA Park defeated Scared Mask in 7:32 by pinfall. The Sky Twister Press. Sacred Mask 37, LA Park 38. No work improvements of 41D. In a decent pre-show match, Mick Foley and Owen Hart defeated Sid Vicious and Yokozuna in 7:56 when Owen Hart defeated Yokozuna by pinfall. Turns the ring where Owen Hart was over on out. Yokozuna's off scared. These two don't work well as a team. Owen Hart 53, Mick Foley 44, Yokozuna 28, Sid Vicious 38, Yokozuna in performance. Not bad, a 48D. In a decent pre-show match, The Undertaker defeated Chris Benoit in 7:33 by pinfall the Tombstone. The Undertaker 44, Chris Benoit 59, Undertaker Rumble and performance. Good old Undertaker 58C minus. In a decent pre-show match, Sabu defeated Steven Regal in 8:14 by pinfall the triple jump moonsault. Steven Regal 37, Sabu 47. Regal's rid off his game. Sabu improving in performance of 47D. And we open up tonight. Marinello's left the announce desk for somebody else. Someone else is now calling the action with me, another announcer. So that Marinello can go back to doing what he loves, and that is backstage interviewing. He's debuted his Sportcaster gimmicks contract of average and Sting's Day, and he goes, Wednesday, no surrender. I get to face the man, Vader. It might be Vader time in your eyes, but it's Sting time. It's Sting's time to shine. It's time for me to hold the gold. You see, Vader, you think because you're big, you can't be defeated. You see, Goliath was killed, so you can be. See you on Wednesday, Vader. Or maybe later. Manano Sportcaster, the TNA Global Championship storyline is advanced to this. No word compares to 61C. Beautiful. You'll see Manano quite a lot tonight. And we open up tonight in an extremely short match, an X Division match. Blue Demon Jr., Scott Armstrong and Danny Collins defeat Black Warrior, Bob Holly and Damien 666 and 529 when Blue Demon Jr. defeat Black Warrior by pinfall the Ace Crusher. Danny Collins 38, Scott Armstrong 45, Blue Demon Jr. 36, Damien 666 30, Bob Holly 30 and Black Warrior 34. Bob Holly improving performance. Good little match, nice little X Division match. And then we go into the X Division title match against a 56C minus. In above had decent wrestling but not much heat. Brian Pillman defeated Atlantis in 7:23 by pinfall the Leaping Thrust Lariat. Pillman makes defense number 1 of the X Division title. Atlantis 46, Pillman 54. No working rows of 56C minus. And then Larry Zbysko 74B minus. Arn Anderson, you might be the enforcer, but I am the living legend. This coming Wednesday night, I'm going to ping you for the win and leave no surrender as the winner. It's time you understood. I am as good as I say I am, and this is going to be awesome when I get to ping you and retire you and make the fans realise you're a loser. I don't know why I didn't type that, but that is what it was meant to say. I have the original promo I've written on my phone, just in case I do forget bits. But then we go into a match, and above I had great heat and good wrestling. Vader defeats Shane Douglas in 6:47 by pinfall the Powerbomb. Vader makes defense number 3 of his Global Championship. Shane Douglas 57, Vader 56. Vader improving in performance at 62C. Then we go to the back where Mallory's got Jeff Jarrett, and he goes, I get a shot for the TNA Championship. Roy Mean match. If I win, my match with Roy becomes a championship match. Whatever happens on the main event, this stupid superhero gets to face me and lose this coming Wednesday. You see, I'm one of the best on the TNA roster. The standout guy, and tonight I get back what was stolen, my championship. And Wednesday I defend it and be a superstar. So I can beat you storyline as advanced segment, but lost heat. We then go into a match which features Arn Anderson in a selection match. Sting and Arn Anderson defeated Larry Zbysko and Scott Hall in 5 minutes 35, and Sting defeated Scott Hall by pinfall 72B minus. Sting's getting better his gimmick. Arn Anderson 73, Sting 59, Scott Hall 67, Larry Zbysko 68. Scott Hall improving in technical and performance. Holy shit, Scott Hall, well done. In above had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Ted DiBiase defeated Ultimate Warrior in 8:20 by pinfall. Ultimate Warrior 52, Ted DiBiase 75. No work in progress. We move on. And then we see Arn. It wasn't meant to be Arn Anderson. It's meant to be Truly Blanchard. What's going on? I don't know why I wrote this promo with Arn Anderson. It was meant to be Truly. So ignore that Arn Anderson's doing this and think it was Truly. Truly Blanchard goes, I've got to have eyes in the back of my head, Ted DiBiase. You think you keep sending shots? You keep sending shots week after week? I come out here and fight. And it's time for a stand. It's gone unnoticed. But we have bought out Continental Championship Wrestling. Tonight, Jeff Jarrett is a cocky young wrestler, and I need to win no matter what. So Sunday, I have the right reason to kick Ted DiBiase's ass. 67C plus, it was meant to be Truly Blanchard in that angle. And in the next section of the match, Truly Blanchard defeated Jeff Jarrett in 14:59 by pinfall the slingshot suplex. He makes defense number 1 of his TNA Championship. Jeff Jarrett 58, Truly Blanchard 74. He's getting better with his gimmick. And we end tonight's show with a 72B minus. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on Wednesday night for No Surrender. Thank you for joining us. Hello, my pretties, and welcome back to No Surrender. We are going to be doing 4 other impacts and another pay-per-view. and I can confirm that pay-per-view is Hard Justice. The Milk Bound for Glory. Hooray! Yes, as you can see, we have took over CCW Continental Championship Wrestling. Let's begin in a decent pre-show match. Chris Benoit and Mick Foley defeat Ricky Knight and Yokozuna in 14 minutes 55, when Benoit defeated Yokozuna by submission. Benoit carried the match. Foley 41, Chris Benoit 58, Yokozuna 31, Ricky Knight 51. Ricky Knight's getting better his gimmick, and Mick Foley improved in performance. I can't remember if it was Mick Foley or not. You ready? Let's begin. TNA, no surrender. Will Vader be able to leave here tonight as the global champion? Or will he fall to the Warrior Sting, a man who's been on fire since arriving in TNA? It's going to be an all-out war for the global championship live here tonight. The former and the first ever TNA champion Jeff Jarrett has to deal with the Ultimate Warrior tonight, but can he get rid of the superhero, or will he fall flat on his face? The living legend Larry Zbyszko to face Arn Anderson after some tough weeks. Tonight, they meet for what is sure to be a really hard battle. But who is better, the Enforcer or the living legend? And the main event tonight will see Truly Blanchard put his championship up against Ted DiBiase, a man who's tried everything to get that belt without winning it. Tonight, can he get it with a win? Or will Truly make it another successful championship defense? And now, TNA, the growing force in wrestling, brings to you live No Surrender 1987. So all the storylines advance this segment of 65C. We are at the Fort Lavendale Beach Palace in front of 700 people for tonight's edition of No Surrender. And are you ready? So 73 B minus for the next angle. Welcome to No Surrender. Tonight we've got X Division action, we've got fight, and we've got a night of action you don't want to miss. The match we can't wait for, Ted DiBiase versus True for TNA Championship. Jesse goes, this place is growing and I want to thank everyone for their support. Let's get this show underway. No work for us, but this did the TNA Championship advance for this segment and gained heat. And in the battle, I've had decent wrestling with much heat. Scared Mass, Blue Demon Jr. and Atlantis defeat Damien 666, LA Park and Black Warrior in 10:15 when Atlantis defeated LA Park by pinfall the LA Elantrad. Damien 666 is getting better. His gimmick now quality and the colour commentary match boost. Atlantis 43, Blue Demon 35, Scared Mass 33, Black Warrior 36, LA Park 38, Damien 666 30. LA Park in Techno, Scared Mask in Rumble, and Black Warrior in Rumble at 41D. Not a bad way to open up tonight. In a superb match, Scott Hall defeated Shane Douglas in 7:32 by pinfall to Razor's Edge. Scott Hall 70, Shane Douglas 59. No working for of 69C+. Another good match. Oh, this was the two jobbers. I should have checked that. This should have been the pre-show. In a battle, had decent wrestling with much heat. Danny Collins defeated Bob Holly in 8:29 by pinfall. The crowd was totally turned off by having a match between two jobbers on the main show. Now it's quality and the colour commentary match boost. Bob Holly 35, Danny Collins 43. No word for us. I don't know why they're, openers, because, I'm not being mean. Danny Collins getting a 43, Bob Holly 35. It's quite good, to be honest. But anyway, let's move on. In a decent match, Owen Hart defeated The Undertaker in 8:24 by submission with a sharpshooter. Paul Bader, good work at ringside. The Undertaker and Owen Hart don't seem to click. Owen Hart 48, Undertaker 43. No work for us a 50D+. In a battle, had fantastic eating, good wrestling. Vader defeated Sting in 14:37 by pinfall to powerbomb. Vader makes defense number 4 of the TNA Global Championship. Jim Cornette did good work at ringside. Vader and Jim Cornette have excellent chemistry team together. Jim Cornette signed as a road agent, so the announced quality and the colour commentary match boost. Sports agent going in Australia great. Sting 64, Sting 64, Vader 53. No working moves, but the TNA Global Championship advance this segment. 67C+. Nice match from those guys. What's next on No Surrender? In a decent match, Steven Regal and Sid Vicious defeated Sabu and Shawn Michaels when Sid Vicious defeated Sabu by pinfall with a powerbomb. Sabu's getting better. His gimmick. Steven Regal and Sid Vicious showed excellent chemistry teaming together. The colour commentary lifted the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Shawn Michaels 56, Sabu 46, Sid Vicious 41, Steven Regal 49. Shawn Michaels in Rumble performance and Steven Regal in performance of 54C-. In a decent match, Brian Pillman defeats Scott Armstrong In 9:59 by pinfall, the leaping thrusting lariat, Brian Pillman makes defence number 2 of the TNA X Division Championship. The announced quality and the colour commentary match boost, Scott Armstrong 48, Brian Pillman 53, no working risk, 57 C-. In a bout of fantastic and good wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Jeff Jarrett in 11:42 by pinfall, the big splash. The announced quality and the colour commentary match boost, the Ultimate Warrior 55, Jeff Jarrett 30-59, a 62 C, not bad. Then we get on Hansen. Larry, you got a problem. I'm here tonight for a fight. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to come out there and kick the living shit out of you. You want to say I'm not worth the money I'm getting paid? Well, sir, tonight I'll show you next. You won't. I'll show you next. You don't want to brag to other people about me in the locker room. Make sure it's not my friend. If you want to brag, so he's basically said something to someone in the locker room. I don't know why I messed that up. So he said something to someone in the locker room, but he's not worth the money he's getting paid to be on our shows. And you know, it was his friend. So Arn Anderson's aware of that now, and he's going to be. That's now giving him some more. 67C plus in above and fantastic and great wrestling. Arn Anderson defeated Larry Zbyszko in 1946 by pinfall, 67C. Arn Anderson getting better than the thing. These two don't seem to click. The colour. Larry Zbyszko 60, Arn Anderson 64. No working ropes. And Ted DiBiase, if you think you're leaving here tonight with the championship, you got another thing coming. I'm not letting you have this thing. You think if this is just a prop, how dare you, Ted? You're not worth this shot. But his management have told me I've told me I've got to. So get in that ring. Let's fight. So Julie Blanchard 79B. Let's hope the match does well. 79B in an exceptional match. Ted DiBiase defeated. I'm joking. Julie Blanchard defeated Ted DiBiase in 25 minutes 23 by pinfall the slingshot suplex. Julie Blanchard makes defense number 2 of his TNA Championship. Ted DiBiase 73. Julie Blanchard 73. No work improvements. So then after the match is over, truly celebrating when Ted DiBiase looks angry, jumps in from behind, beating him down and takes the championship with him. So Ted DiBiase's just stolen the TNA Championship from Truly. He hasn't won it, but he's taken it. A 74B minus for that show, and I give you some credit where credit is true. Ted DiBiase, Truly Blanchard, fucking hell, praised and praised. I will be also giving this to on. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on Monday night for another edition of TNA Impact. Hello and welcome back. So it's the night. It's Monday night. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So it's about 5 days since No Surrender. And we are in front of 900 people tonight at the Bay Oaks Rec Campus. And in a pre-show battle, I had decent wrestling without cheap. Bob Holly defeated Atlantis in 8:13 by pinfall with a flying leg drop at 45D. Bob Holly's getting better his gimmick, announced quality in the colour commentary match boost. Holly 35, Atlantis 45, no work improvements. Beautiful little match there, I'm really happy with that. And next up is 61C as we have a huge 10-man tag of 5v5 in a decent pre-show match. Larry Zbyszko, Ricky Knight, Stevie Regal, The Undertaker and Yokozuna defeated Sabu, the Ultimate Warrior, Mick Foley, Chris Benoit and Arn Anderson in 1949 when Yokozuna defeated Mick Foley by pinfall the bonsai drop. Sabu's getting better his gimmick, Chris Benoit's seen off his game, Regal's getting better his gimmick. Paul Baird, a good work at ringside, announced quality in the colour commentary match a boost. Next week we are going to 90-minute TV show because I can do it, so I'm going to go to 90 minutes because we need that time. Oh my god, I'm pushing all sorts of buttons on my phone. I broke my phone. Yay. So Arn Anderson got a 69, Benoit 59, Foley 44, Ultimate Warrior 60, Sabu 43, Yokozuna 35, Undertaker 47, Regal 49, Ricky Knight 34, Larry Zbyszko 68. No work improvement, surprisingly. And then we see Truly come down to the ring without his belt, because of course the championship has been stolen. Who has got the championship? As you can see, I've not got my championship as it was stolen last Wednesday at the end of No Surrender. Ted, I might not have my title, but I'm still going to defend it like I'm booked to. Ted, you'll not get away with this. I'm coming for you and I'm going to get you and my title back very soon. Really? So Ted DiBiase comes out. He's not wearing the belt. The belt can't be seen. And he's like, really? You got to find it first. You'll not see that championship ever again unless you agree to face me at Hard Justice in 4 weeks' time. I'll be bringing it to the ring then. Hell no, Ted. I'm the TNA champion. Oop. Hell no, Ted. I am the TNA champion and I should have that championship. If you want another match, you should earn it, Ted. I'm going to get you done for theft, and it's going to be a hard challenge. Tonight is a number 1 contenders match, so if I win my match, if I win, I get my match. Is that what you're saying? Yes. Fine, I'll win. 67C plus. So yeah, there is a number 1 contenders match tonight. It's Ted DiBiase versus Shawn Michaels. We've also got Pillman versus, I can't remember who he's facing. We've got Pillman defending the X Division Championship. You've got a 4-way as Owen Hart, Psycho Sid, whatever you want to call him. He's taking on, he'll be taking on Vader and Sting, I do believe. You've also got Scott Hall taking on Ted DiBiase for the TNA Championship, which no one's got at the moment. But an extremely short match, Danny Collins, Scared Mask and Scott Armstrong defeat LA Park, Damien 666 and Black Warrior in 4 minutes 45 and Scared Mask defeat LA Park by pinfall. LA Park seemed off his game, Black Warrior seemed off his game, Danny Collins really off his game. Now it's quality in the colour commentary match boost, Black Warrior 38, Damien 666 32, LA Park 36, Scott Armstrong 41, Scared Mask 36, Danny Collins 37. No work appears a 41D. A nice little match. Lovely, lovely. Oh yeah, Blue Demon, there you go. In a decent match, Brian Pillman defeated Blue Demon Jr. in 6-10 by pinfall with a leaping thrusting lariat. He makes defense number 3 of his TNA X Division title. Blue Demon Jr. 41, Brian Pillman 53. No work in progress. I've got to look for that in the tag match. Oops. Lovely jubbly. Loving it, loving it, loving it. In a good match, Sid Vicious defeated Owen Hart, Sting and Vader in 5:41 when Sid Vicious defeated Owen Hart by pinfall to powerbomb. He is now your TNA Global Champion, and Sid Vicious was struggling to keep up with Owen Hart's ring performance. 55C minus was actually meant to be Owen Hart who got the title. Jim Cornette did some good work at ringside. Vader and Jim Cornette have great excellent chemistry. Now it's quality in the colour commentary match a boost. Owen Hart 55, Sid Vicious 42, Sting... Can't see that because my screen's dirty even though I cleaned it. Sting got a 60, Vader got a 60. Sting versus Vader storyline is a fancy segment with lost seats, so is the TNA Global Championship storyline. No work for us. The reason I've done this is it's live television and anything can happen. For starters. Also, he's a main eventer now. That is where he sits in the company. He's up on the very top of the ladder. He's a main eventer. He's an upper mid-carder. So these two should not be holding a mid-card title, which the Global Championship is. So these two are mid-carders. And these two are now going to be feuding over the next 4 weeks. Up until Bound for Glory over the Global Championship. Hopefully that will give Sid Vicious something. Because there's no work appearance. But hopefully Sid Vicious can start getting improving his ring work. But then we see Larry Zbyszko in the back. You think I care? You think I care you beat me? I'm not bothered. I know how to get under your skin. I know what's in your head and how to use it. You see, this company is wasting money on you. They should just put you on the chopping block to make this place better. You're a waste of a wrestler. You don't know how to wrestle. You're nothing. And then Jim Ross just goes, what the hell is this? He's playing a rough game, man. It just goes, one title change, live TV is unpredictable. Will we get another one? Questions, but 79B from Larry, not bad. A 51D plus when Jeff Jarrett and that have a massive backstage brawl with the Ultimate Warrior. The first time we've seen that on this game. I like to bring things back. But in a extreme short match, Shane Douglas defeated Jeff Jarrett in 4 minutes 36 by pinfall to pile driver flying defense from Ultimate Warrior. Shane Douglas 57, Jeff Jarrett 56, no work improvements. I can beat your storyline advance segment, a 61C. I've tried to fit a lot into this show, so there is a lot of... But in above, had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Ted DiBiase defeated Shawn Michaels in 6:17 by pinfall. The announced quality lifter match, Shawn Michaels 51, Ted DiBiase 71. No work improvements. We can now confirm it after tonight's main event, our first match for Hard Justice, which is... It wasn't meant to be Scott Armstrong. It's meant to be Scott Hall. Thank you. An 80B. Holy crap. In an exceptional match, Julie Blanchard defeated Scott Hall in 13:29 by pinfall, the slingshot suplex. He makes defense number 3 of his TNA Championship. Scott Hall 66, Julie Blanchard 59. He's improving in performance. And my friends, your first match for Hard Justice on Wednesday, week 1 of August is going to be a lovely jubilee match. A rematch between these two wrestlers. Ted DiBiase versus Julie Blanchard. Also... on the block, I'm all not actually. I'll wait. That'll be fine. And then, of course, Ted DiBiase just comes running out, beating him down to the mat. So we end the show there, my friends. I want to thank you for joining us. Next week, we go to 90 minutes where you'll get to see more TNA wrestling action for your book. 75B minus. Also means that people like Larry Zbyszko, Arn Anderson don't get left off. And you see that was a very cramped TV show because we had a lot of short matches, which I don't want to do. But yeah, I forgot to make it 90 minutes. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next edition of TNA Impact as we continue this episode because it would be too short otherwise. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome back in front of 1,000 people tonight at the Johnson City High School in a pre-show match in a decent pre-show match. So Scared Max and Blue Demon Jr. defeat Black Warrior and Brian Pillman 8-14 with Scared Max defeat Brian Pillman by pinfall. Brian Pillman by pinfall. Blue Demon Jr. 41, Scared Max 39, Brian Pillman 56, Black Warrior 43. Now I know it was on the pre-show, but at Hard Justice it was set up for the match, the X Division Championship match at Hard Justice. It will be Scared Mask taking on Pillman for that TNA X Division Championship. And also this isn't a 90-minute show. Next week's will be. The reason being is I wanted to announce it as they would do on telly. They won't just suddenly do it. They'll give you a prior warning. So we've done that. We're giving them a week's notice. But in a decent pre-show match, Scott Armstrong defeated Bob Holly by pin for the missile dropkick of 42D. Bob Holly 36, 41. Bob Holly's got chronic upper back pain. Bob Holly improving in technical. Thank you, Jim Cornette. He's our road agent, so I can get away with not having him in angles. In a decent pre-show match, Mick Foley defeated Yokozuna in 8:28 by pin for the pile driver. Mick Foley 47, Yokozuna 33. No work improvements. In a decent pre-show match, Sabu defeated Steven Regal in 8:23 by pin for the triple moonsault. Moonsault 52 for Steven Regal, Sabu 48. Sabu improving a performance of 55C minus, not bad. So Jim Ross welcomes us to the show with Jesse and he goes, "Welcome to the final 1 hour edition of Impact tonight. Ted's been told by TNA officials to give Trilly his title back or he will not get his match at Hard Justice." It just goes, "No pre-matches tonight." Let's scrap that. Tonight, this is where we begin. Tonight's main event, a huge 10-man tag match. 2 teams of 5 men battle out in the ring. All that, so much more on this show. So yeah, no work appearance, but the TNA Championship advances segment. Another beautiful angle. We've got 1,000 people here tonight. I like our steady increase of fan base. It means we should be getting, hopefully, we should start getting some more exciting shows. And with 90 minutes of wrestling action, I think we'll get more and more people. But I've noticed since I've been pre-advertising 4 matches each show, the popularity of our company has been rising quicker, and also we've been getting a lot more fans coming to the shows every time you advertise pre-matches. So we're going to start doing that. But in a battle of decent estimate, LA Park and Damien 666 defeated Atlantis and Danny Collins of 541, when LA Park defeated Atlantis by pinfall the Sky Twister Press. Danny Collins 45, Atlantis 49, Damien 66 37. LA Park 42, no workers. See, I love these ratings these guys are getting. I'm getting moaning about people not being able to sell and stuff. They've got good in-ring ratings. They're young. They're going to learn. This is the X Division. You don't have to wrestle these guys. No one's got hurt yet. When someone gets hurt, I'll deal with it. But in a decent match, The Undertaker defeated Chris Benoit in 6:52 by pinfall the Tombstone Pile Driver. Paul Heyman did good work at ringside, and that's quality in the colour commentary match a boost. Undertaker 45, Chris Benoit 46. No 56, sorry, no work improvements of 56C minus. Paul Bearer will get promos very soon. So Ted's in the back and he just goes, "Here it is." He's got the bout. He goes, "Here it is. Here is the bout. I was told to bring it by order of TNA officials, otherwise I wouldn't get my match." But before he can finish what he's saying, Truly just basically runs in, attacks Ted and leaves with his belt. So he just basically beats Ted up. 68C plus. In a superb match, Shawn Michaels defeated Scott Hall in 8:10 by pinfall the Sweet Chin Music. And that's quality in the colour commentary and match a boost. Scott Hall 67, Shawn Michaels 52. No work and 67C plus. In a decent match, Shane Douglas defeated Ricky Knight in 7:39 by pinfall the power driver. These two don't claim a final bout. Ricky Knight at 29, Shane Douglas 48. No work improvements, but a 45D. A video plays hyping up another match being confirmed for Hard Justice. So this is a video going at Hard Justice. You'll get to see these two face off again as Vader Sting versus Vader will be happening. Next week, Vader has ordered that he gets these I was going to say rematch, but it won't work because they've got a heel holding it. Right, before we go into this 10-man tag match, I'm going to be announcing 4 matches for next week's television show. All belts next week is because it's our first 90-minute edition. We're going to be throwing all the belts on the line as Trudy Blanchard will be taking on Larry Zbyszko in the main event of the evening. He and Truly will be facing for the TNA Championship. Because of that, we'll also be announcing that Ted DiBiase will be taking on Arn Anderson in action next week. Danny Boy Collins, who's been improving himself throughout the company. Actually, Danny Collins is a heel, isn't he? No, he isn't in his face. So Danny Boy Collins, who has been improving himself throughout the company, will be taking on Brian Pillman for that X Division Championship. Can Danny Collins take the belt off Brian Pillman next week? We'll have to wait and see. Psycho Sid will make his first title defense next week live on television. For you, the fans, Sid Vicious, sorry. Psycho Sid, Sid Vicious, same person. He'll be defending that belt for the first time against Superface Mick Foley. That is going to be live. Also next week, I can confirm that The Undertaker is going to be in action live on television. You will not want to miss The Undertaker in action, my friends. He's got to be facing none other I don't know who he is. Okay, no one really needs a win. The Undertaker, and I was going to put him up against Chris Benoit again. So it'll be Undertaker versus Chris Benoit, the rematch next week. See who can get a pinfall victory. That is 5 matches, 5 in 2 hours, with a 90-minute show. You will not want to wait. But in a bout that had fantastic and great wrestling, Ted DiBiase, Vader, Larry Zbyszko, Jeff Jarrett and Sid Vicious defeated Owen Hart, Sting, Trudy Blanchard, The Ultimate Warrior and Arn Anderson in 2016 when Ted DiBiase defeated Owen Hart by pinfall. Sid Vicious was the weak link. Ted DiBiase did good work at ringside. Jim Cornette did some good work at ringside. Ted's getting better. His gimmick, sorry. Vader and Jim Cornette have great team chemistry. Arn 74, Ultimate Warrior 57, Truly 78, Sting 61, Owen 54, Sid 42, Jeff Jarrett 57, Larry Zbyszko 68, Vader 65, Ted DiBiase 75. Jeff improving in the performance, Rumble, Arn in performance and Sting in flying, and no work improvements other than that. So all the storylines advanced for this segment. The whole point of this was to advance all the storylines. And close off with a 63C. Increase our popularity to 45 regions. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next week for a 90-minute, the first ever 90-minute of TNA Impact. Thank you for watching. Hello and welcome back. I have messed up. I have just researched this when we started running the show and I can't get back. But the Impact Zone wasn't even open at this time. It wasn't open until 1990. So we're not in Universal Studios Orlando. We're in some backwoods in Orlando in a unit in front of 1,273 people tonight. In a decent pre-show match, Black Warrior defeated Damien 666 and 741 by pinfall the low blow. Black Warrior 43, Damien 666 37. No work improvements of 41D. Nice not both. In a decent pre-show match, Ricky Knight defeated Owen Hart by pinfall the pile driver. Owen Hart 58, Ricky Knight 33. Owen Hart improving in Rumble. No improvements of Ricky Knight, 53 C-. But he is improving, even though you can't see it on the... It didn't tell you. In a decent pre-show match, Scott Armstrong defeated Blue Demon Jr. in 28 minutes 24 by pinfall the missile dropkick. The announced quality and the colour commentary going to match a boost. Blue Demon Jr. 42, Scott Armstrong 44. Now I do go against booking heels versus heels as much as I can, but I've done it this week with Danny Collins taking on. We've done Danny Collins and Pillman facing, but there is a heel versus heel, face versus face match there. So we're going to be doing, for some reason I don't know what's gone on, but we've had to do a face versus face, and I don't know why. And I couldn't work out when I was going through it, so I'll hopefully find out in a bit. But in a decent pre-show match, Steven Regal defeated Sabu in 8:22 by pinfall. Sabu 37, Steven Regal 50. Sabu was off his game. No work improvements to comment upon. Let's get into the main show, shall we? The first ever edition of 90 minutes of TNA Impact. So Ted comes down to the ring and goes, so I got forced to give him the championship back. TNA officials, listen up. That is it. I'm not going to do what you tell me. You're not going to tell me what I can do anymore. You see, TNA Impact is now on hold, and I'll not leave the ring until Trudy comes out here and hands me the TNA Championship. You see, I'm the true champion. I got a 3-count pinfall, but oh no, Trudy had his hand on the ropes, and the match got restarted. Bullshit. So Trudy, get your ass out here and hand me my championship, asshole. I don't know why I put punk. And Trudy just comes out and goes, so what? Because I got a rope break, and you do not get a 3-count, you want this championship. You'll never get this championship for as long as I am walking, and I'll be ready to fight. You see, tonight you take on my good friend Al Lanson, and I get to take on Larry. If you interfere in the match, you'll lose your shot in 2 weeks. 2 weeks at Hard Justice. And just goes, sorry, I won't get as long as you're walking. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to break these legs of yours, and then get that beautiful prop of yours. Still calling it a prop, 65C. So Teddy Bells is still calling it a prop. So that's going to wild him up a bit more. But in a decent match, Sid Vicious defeated Mick Foley in 6:15 by pinfall to powerbomb. Vicious makes defense number 1 of the Global Championship. Mick Foley 49, Vicious 40. Sid Vicious improving performance. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Sid. Just chanting that at him. do 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 do. In a decent match, Bob Holly and LA Park defeated Scared Mask and Atlantis in 6:41. When LA Park defeated Atlantis by pinfall, the Sky Twister Press. Bob Holly was weak link. Atlantis 47, Scared Mask 41, LA Park 42, Bob Holly 27. No weapons. So yeah, Bob Holly. There's 3 people who Larry Zbyszko took under his ring as protege within this company. So it's amazing. So I arrive here tonight at this stupid place, and then I get told I'm going to face Ultimate Warrior in a match. Why won't TNA let me face someone better? I proved I can beat him. They tell me because I use the guitar to win. So what? I get free? That's all that matters in wrestling. So Warrior, you've got a huge problem. You've got one peed off Jeff Jarrett coming for you at Hard Justice, and I'm getting another win. So Jeff Jarrett is very peeved off, and he's coming for. So I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I was going to sneeze. So Ultimate Warrior's got another shot at Jeff, and Jeff Jarrett's pissed off. And Ultimate Warrior's been told, you've got one pissed off Jeff Jarrett at Hard Justice. You better be ready. In a bad good wrestling and decent match of the crowd, The Undertaker defeated Chris Benoit in 6:49 by pinfall the chokeslam. Chris Benoit 61, The Undertaker 47. Nice quality in the colour commentary to give the match a boost. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. Chris Benoit improving in performance at 61C. So yeah, another win over him, but that's not bad. So Alan and Larry Zbyszko have a massive backstage brawl again, a 63C this time. In about that decent wrestling, good heat and decent wrestling, Yokozuna and Scott Hall defeat Shane Douglas and Shawn Michaels in 8:29 when Scott Hall defeats Shane Douglas by pinfall with a raised head. Yokozuna was the weak link. Scott Hall 61, Yokozuna 33, Michaels 54, Shane Douglas 59. Shane Douglas improving in performance. So that is a 59C, and these nice little match. So Owen comes in and he goes, so I've got Word, Hard Justice, me versus Sid Vicious for the TNA Global Championship. Phenomenal. So yeah, Sid Vicious versus Owen Hart. It's been booked. It's been set up by the management, so don't worry. Management have got it in the bag. Hard Justice is looking like a very interesting show. Owen Hart is getting a big break. Whether I win or lose, I'll be showing my skills and I'll be fighting as hard as I can. Bret Hart, hope you and Jim are enjoying the worst show on planet Earth, WWF, while I'm getting breaks here in TNA. Ouch. I think he's gone a bit off script there, guys. Even if I did write it. Sorry guys, I really am struggling at the moment. I don't know if I'm getting a cold or what. I'm really going downhill. In above had good wrestling and a decent match of crowd. Brian Pillman defeated Danny Collins in 8:24 by pinfall, the leaping thrusting lariat. Pillman makes defense number 4 of his TNA X Division title. Danny Collins 48, Brian Pillman 58. No worker improvements, but a 60C, another beautiful X Division title defense from Brian Flying Pillman. In above had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Jeff Jarrett and Vader defeated Sting and the Ultimate Warrior in 7:40 when Vader defeated Sting by pinfall, the powerbomb. Sting is getting better at his gimmick. Jeff Jarrett sustained a slack jaw. Jim Cornette did good work at ringside. Vader and Jim Cornette, Sting and the Ultimate Warrior action coming streaming together. The Ultimate Warrior 66, Sting 67, Vader 65, Jeff Jarrett 57. No work improvements. So where do we stand with these 4 guys? So we've got Jeff Jarrett versus Ultimate Warrior, and we've got Vader versus Sting. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all the main matches booked then, because there's only 5 storylines. Yeah, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So who's missing? Oh, I know what's missing. We'll get that confirmed next week on the Go Home show. That's what I know what's missing now. But yeah, nice little match. No work improvements, but a nice little match there. 68C plus. That's brilliant. Yes, we know Jeff Jarrett sustained a track record. So yeah, a video plays hyping up Ted DiBiase versus Julie Blanchard. Yes, right, for the championship at Hard Justice. Like a video showing you all what's been going on. And like, buy the pay-per-view now. In an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase defeated Arn Anderson 7:43 by pinfall. Arn Anderson getting better at his gimmick. Arn Anderson 70, Ted DiBiase 17. No work from 74, B minus. And in a video plays hyping Julie Blanchard versus Larry Zbyszko. A 78 being an exceptional match. Julie Blanchard defeated Larry Zbyszko in 14:42 by pinfall, the slingshot suplex. Julie Blanchard makes defense number 4 of his TNA Championship. And it will be happening at Hard Justice. Larry Zbyszko versus, after all the backstage brawls, Arn Anderson versus Truly Blanchard, joking, versus Larry Zbyszko live on pay-per-view next week. I don't care if they have bad chemistry. They're in a storyline, they'll work it. Next week, though, the main event of the Go Home edition of TNA Impact is going to be, you know where this is going, so I won't even try and guess. It's going to be Ted DiBiase, it's going to be Larry Zbyszko, it's going to be Arn Anderson, and of course it's going to be Trudy Blanchard. 2 members of the 4 Horsemen versus these 2 idiots. Also, next week, Sting and Warrior are going to be swapping opponents, a bit like what we did this week. So Stinger, will be taking on Jeff Jarrett, while the Ultimate Warrior will be taking on Vader. TNA, TNA, TNA. Yeah, I do love a bit of TNA, and I'm really enjoying booking both 2002 or 2001 TNA and 1987 TNA, because each game databases are different, and this TNA is quite fun to book. But there's no, Ted DiBiase doesn't come out, he doesn't attack him, nor does Arn Anderson show up, so obviously they listened to him, a 74B minus, and the first edition of our 90-minute show. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yeah, about a minute longer than the other show. But thank you for watching. We'll see you again at the Go Home edition of TNA Impact.
Hello and welcome. The Go Home show to TNA Impact for Hard Justice. We are on Wednesdays now because it works better for me. There's also a reason for that. You can find out what that is later on tonight. I've had it every week. I get blindsided in the back by Larry Zbyszko. You see, TNA changed the live days to Wednesday. So this coming Monday night, I'm going to kick his ass at Hard Justice. You see, this company's growing every week. We're gaining fans every week. We're getting bigger and better. And next week, we go to 2 hours for the road for Bound for Glory. What the hell? You come to gloat to these fans and shout about us and how we're growing. You see, I'm in your head, and once again, you're out here wasting a paycheck, killing the show before it even gets going. It's not fair that some people are getting overlooked. BCTNA has got people here, not here tonight. So it makes sense. Sure, it's fair. You see, this coming Monday night, I'm going to kick your ass and send it all over the arena. If you want, let's have a no DQ, no rules, falls count anywhere match. Let's have a fight all over the place and show these fans what TNA is all about. And he goes, TNA is the best place. Let's do this fight. See you later. Because he's in the tag match later on. So yep, Arn Anderson versus Larry Bisco, falls count anywhere match. And in our opening match, in the battle, had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Vader defeated the Ultimate Warrior in 7:56 by pin for the powerbomb. June Connect did good work on ringside. June Connect and Vader have great chemistry. Vader 65, the Ultimate Warrior 57. Ultimate Warrior improving Rumble a 68C+. Don't think the next match will get that good. That's 56C minus, not bad. In a decent match, Lightning Express defeat the Nasty Boys and the Steiner Brothers in the 8:19. The Order of Elimination, Nasty Boys first, then the Steiner Brothers. Brian Knowles debuted his slob gimmick. Initial reign of average, same for Jerry Sags. Van Armstrong, old school face, and he's got an initial reign of average. Old school face, got an initial reign of average. Rick Steiner, badass. Initial reign of great, badass. Initial reign of great. Scott Steiner seemed off his game. Now his quality in the colour commentary going to match a boost. Jerry Sags 34, Brian Knobs 40, Tim Horner 49, Brad Armstrong 59, Scott Steiner 59, Rick Steiner 52. So Rick Steiner improving in flight and Scott Steiner improving in performance. So yeah, we are bringing a tag team division in. There'll be 4 teams on Monday night. I'm not announcing the teams, but there's going to be 4 teams in the match on Monday night at Hard Justice for the tag team gold. So these 3 might not be in it, but there's going to be definitely 4 teams. You have to wait and see who. So Steve goes, you see this? I'm TNA Global Champion and Hard Justice, Owen Hart. I put this on the line against you, and it's going to be a fight. You see, you're scared. You're not here tonight. Where are you? You're hiding, aren't you? You're scared of me. Well, be ready Monday, because I am sure as hell ready. So yeah, Owen Hart's not here tonight. Brian Pillman's not here tonight, and Chris Benoit's not here tonight. I think they're in Canada wrestling. But in a decent match, Black Warrior, Bob Holly, Damien 666, and LA Park defeated Atlantis, Scott Armstrong, Scared Mass, and Blue Demon Jr. in 7 minutes 15 when Damien 666 defeated Blue Demon Jr. by pin for the powerbomb. The injury of Bob Holly worked through, took a big toll. The announced quality in the colour commentary going to match a boost. Blue Demon Jr. 42, Scared Mass 42, Scott Armstrong 43, Atlantis 50, LA Park 35, Damien 666 35, Bob Holly 29, Black Warrior 43. Scott Armstrong in Rumble and Techno and Damien 666 in Performance of 47D. Ted's in the back and he goes, so the most popular man on the roster, the money maker, and I don't get respect, do I? You see, I should be the champion right now, but no, it's been taken away from me. Tonight I got to tag with Larry once again. But he's coming Monday night, Trudy. Say goodbye to your TNA championship, but it's coming home with me. And it's not worth you. And he just does this evil laugh as he leaves the backstage area. In a decent match, Yokozuna defeated Sabu in 7:58 by pin for the Bonsai drop. Sabu 44, Yokozuna 37. No work improvements. It was a decent match, 45D. In above, had fantastic and great wrestling. Ricky Morton defeated Michael Haynes in 8:07 by pin for the missile drop click. Michael Haynes debuted Ego Maniac, giving initial reign great. Ricky Morton Rockstar, initial reign of average, and that's quality lifted the match. Michael Haynes 67, Ricky Morton 59. No work pros. Hopefully I'll give you a clue of 2 of the tag teams are going to be coming in. Sting versus Vader. In above, had fantastic heat. Sting defeated Jeff Jarrett in 7:53 by pinfall. Jeff Jarrett 57, Sting 61. Jeff Jarrett improved lines. So that video package before was just to hype up Hard Justice. After the match, Vader runs in and hits his drop and stuff. So advances the segment. And then in the main event, an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase and Larry Zbyszko defeated Arn Anderson and Trudy Blanchard in 20 minutes 14 when Ted DiBiase defeated Arn Anderson by pinfall. Trudy Blanchard 72, Arn Anderson 67, Larry Zbyszko 65, Ted DiBiase 68. No work improvements, but both storylines fancy segment at gain heat. So that's where we close off the Go Home show at a 70C+, increased our popularity in 45 regions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on Monday night for the final part of this episode, Hard Justice. Tonight is the final stop on Road to Bound for Glory, and tonight is going to be Hard Justice. What started over a global championship now has expanded past it. The all-out war is coming to a huge battle here tonight when Sting versus Vader live. The man who used the guitar shot to win his match last month and No Surrender meets the Ultimate Warrior once again. Can he get another win, or will Jeff get a huge victory? Then our semi-main, Arn Anderson versus Larry Zbyszko. Falls count never seen before. No rules. No rules. You know like you know, and pinfalls can happen anywhere in this building. It's going to be interesting to say the least. Then the TNA Championship is on the line as Teddy Ross gets another shot for the TNA Championship against Truly Blanchard. Can he win the belt, or will he fall once again? And now, TNA Wrestling brings to you live, hard justice. So the Championship Storylines advance segment of the last heat, so is that one. So these two advance for the segment, and the Stinglers Vader is gained heat. 65C, we're in front of 1,749 people at the University of Memphis, which can hold 2,000. So I knew we weren't going to sell the arena out, but I thought a bigger venue will look good on our part. Let's get the show underway, shall we? We are opening with a big match tonight. And it's a 67C plus and a good match. The Hart Foundation defeat the Steiners, the Nasty Brothers, and the Lightning Express in 15-24. The order of elimination was the Nasty Boys first, then the Steiners, and finally the Lightning Express. Hart Foundation are your TNA first ever TNA World Tag Team Champions. So, Bret Hart's debuted old school face got ensuring a great badass for Jim Nadine Hart above average. Jerry Saggs and Tim Horner getting better. Their gimmicks and arts quality in the colour come to give the match a boost. Bret Hart came out of the match looking good. Scott Steiner 59, Rick Steiner 51, Jim Nadine Hart 69, Bret Hart 77, Jerry Saggs 33, Brian Knobs 40, Tim Horner 52, Brad Armstrong 61, Jim Nadine Hart in flying, Jerry Saggs in performance, Rick Steiner in rumble, and Tim Horner in technical. So that's our opening match. We've got new tag team champions. Ooh. Next up, we have a decent six-man tag. Chris Benoit, Mick Foley, and Sabu defeat Ricky Knight Jr., The Undertaker, and Yokozuna. And 7:56 when Chris Benoit defeated Yokozuna by pinfall, the Dragon Suplex. In terms of ring work, Chris Benoit was head and shoulders above everyone else. Paul Baird, a good work at ringside. The announced quality and the colour commentary match a boost. Sabu 44, Mick Foley 42. Benoit 62, Yokozuna 35, Undertaker 45, Ricky Knight 37. No work on 54C minus. In a decent match, Scared Mask defeated Brian Pillman in 11:33 by pinfall. Scared Mask is now your TNA X Division champion. He got a 43, Pillman got a 57. No work of improvements, but holy shit, we've got a new TNA X Division champion here tonight. In above had great wrestling and good heat, Shawn Michaels and Shane Douglas defeated Scott Hall and Steven Regal in 7:46 when Shawn Michaels defeated Steven Regal by pinfall Street Chin Music. Shane Douglas 64, Michaels 58, Steven Regal 51, Scott Hall 69. Scott Hall in performance and Regal in rumble. Not a bad match, 68C plus. Quite happy about that. What's next? In a decent match, Scott Armstrong, Danny Collins, Blue Demon Jr. and Atlantis defeat Black Warrior, Bob Holly, Damien 666 and LA Park in 8:29 when Blue Demon Jr. defeated LA Park by pinfall the Ace Crosser. Scott Armstrong's getting better his gimmick. The injury of Bob Holly is as per usual. Atlantis 48, Blue Demon Jr. 43, Danny Collins 48, Scott Armstrong 45, LA Park 46, Damien 666 36, Bob Holly 29 and 43 for Black Warrior. Bob Holly's the only one improving with a bit of techno. Not a bad match though. It's just to get the X Division guys and everyone's on the card tonight. In a decent match, Owen Hart defeats Sid Vicious in 15:13 by submission of the sharpshooter. Owen Hart wins the TNA Global Championship. Sid Vicious visibly tiring. Owen Hart and Sid Vicious have great chemistry in their performance. Now it's quality in the colour contra match boost. Owen Hart 60, Sid Vicious 41. No work improvements. The segment gained heat. Sid Vicious was just a jumpy champion, so that I can get the belt on Owen Hart at this show for this reason. Okay, well, I'm afraid I cannot do much about that because you're on a feud with him. You got to have a match. Do you believe me now, Vince? We're leaving the WWF. Yes, we are. We were meant to be at Monday Night Raw tonight. How no, we're not. This is the true form of the Hart Foundation. That is me standing with my brothers. We are tag team champions and a global champion. We are here to help TNA take out the assholes so the fans can have a better show. We are the Hart Foundation and believe in us. So yeah, the Hart Foundation is a 3-man group right now. So if we ever do a promo with these guys again, that's their catchphrase. I haven't used treaties for a while, but I'll put it in a promo at some point. Yeah, but Jim Nadine Hart's getting better his gimmick. I thought that was quite a nice little way. bring in the Bret Hart Foundation, give them all three of them a title belt. So you got these two as the tag team champions, you got him as the global champion. You know, all standing together. In Above That Fantastic and Great Wrestling, Michael Haynes defeated Ricky Morton. This time, Michael Haynes 67, Ricky Morton 59. No work approach. These two, his champion's out for 2 months anyway, his partner, because he's got a broken foot waiting for him to come back. And Ricky Morton's partner is waiting for his contract to end with Jim Crockett Promotions. But in Above That Fantastic and Great Wrestling, Sting defeated Vader in 12:27 by pinfall. Vader and Jim Cornette have excellent chemistry, and that's quality in the colour comp to give the match a boost. Vader 63, Sting 60, no work approach 67C+. In an exceptional match, Barry Windham defeated Terry Funk in 7:42 by pinfall, a handful of tights. Barry Windham debuted his cowboy gimmick in this reign above average. Terry Funk debuted his blue chipper gimmick in this reign of average. Barry Windham 73, Terry Funk 75. Terry Funk improving the performance. Yes, we got Barry Windham and Terry Funk on the roster. Don't judge me. I like both wrestlers. Even though I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't even a seed in the womb. I was born in 1994, so that gives you my age. In Above That Fantastic Heat and Decent Wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Jeff Jarrett in 13:35 by pinfall with a big splash. Jeff Jarrett 51, of Ultimate Warrior 50. He's rid off his game, and that's quality in the colour commentary thing. I could beat you, Storylines Fantasy segment. The Ultimate Warrior in Techno, 57C-. Then Arn's in the back, and he just goes, tonight has just got a bit interesting, a little bit interesting. It's going to be an all-out brawl tonight. I hope Larry's ready for a fight, because it's going to be a rough one tonight. Then, I haven't written in, but Larry rushes into the back and starts beating Arn Anderson in the back. The bell gets rung, so the match starts in the locker room. And in Above That Fantastic and Great Wrestling, Larry Zbyszko defeated Arn Anderson in the 1v1 Falls Count Anywhere match in 20 minutes 1 second. Arn Anderson 60, Larry Zbyszko 62. Arn Anderson get base gimmick. These two don't click. I don't care. You're not as good as you say you are. Storyline is advanced. And then Trudy Blanchard's in the back and he goes, next up, the main event, me versus Ted once again. Tonight I will not lose. I'll be leaving here as the TNA champion as I walk in. Ted's had me fired up so badly. I'm coming for him and I'm going to kick some ass. 73B- in the main event. As always, probably gets a really 74B- in an exceptional match. Trudy Blanchard defeated Ted DiBiase in 25 minutes 14 by pinfall with a slingshot suplex. He makes defense number 5 of his TNA championship. Ted DiBiase seemed off his game. Ted DiBiase 67, Trudy Blanchard 69. Trudy Blanchard improving technical improvements. Well done, truly. Boo you. But maybe you've been doing as well. So we end tonight's show with that poor main event. And I want to thank you for watching this kind of cram-packed edition. So, truly, Ted and Terry. So yeah, you didn't expect Terry Funk and all them not to turn up. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next episode of TNA 1987, where the final part will be the Bound for Glory. 4 episodes of Bound for Glory, each one being 2 hours. Hence why I bring in a lot of people in. Thank you for watching.